Is there anything in your locker you have to make sure you touch 3 times or anything before you go out?
No, I always text my parents though. Our group chat, I always tell them I love them before the game, just to make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, like, let them know, like, without them I wouldn't be here, to be honest with y'all. Like, they always had me on, like, the right thing, like, making sure, like, when everybody else was out doing this, I ain't need to do it. Like, I already knew what it was, and like I said, my parents have been huge influences in my life, so like, disappointing them, didn't want to do. Got their college scholarship, and I remember seeing my mom cry. You know what I mean? And like, just knowing that I could take that stress off of them was huge. And then now, like, I'm playing the game I love. They get to see me play the game I love, and I'm just having fun. I let them know that I love them.
Welcome to another edition of Locked In. I'm Brent Wallace alongside my co-host, Brad Sinopoli. Pleased to be joined this week by DeVonte Dedmon. Is it any coincidence that the team has won 2 games and here you are?
I'm just doing my job. That's all I'm doing is my job. Just having fun doing it.
Is it nice to, like, is it a comfy feeling to be back?
Oh yeah, I love the city. This is home for me, so. Came in at 19 with young Brad over here. Young Brad, yeah.
It doesn't look that way anymore.
So yeah, I've just enjoyed my time here in Ottawa ever since.
We will get to the relationship with Brad Sinopoli in a sec, because it should be good. Lots to talk about, but there's lots just with you coming in, and it just seems to be bringing a different vibe right now to the team. Do you feel that when you came in? The energy you bring around this group is infectious. I'm
all about vibes. I like it. Spread positivity, just have fun. Like, we're playing a game that we've played since we were kids, so I'm just trying to have fun.
Brad likes to take a lot of recognition, perhaps, for the way that you play the game. So, any truth to this?
Brad?
As a returner, by
the way. Brad is what I like to call it, like, sneaky assassin.
There we go.
Like, when I got here in 19, I was like, what is this dude gonna do? And then, like, first practice, I'm watching this dude get into space, turning his hips around, doing all this. I'm like, oh yeah, he the truth. So ever since then, I've always said he's like the CFL cover athlete for like Madden. Ever since then.
That's great.
Did you know anything about him before you got here?
Pictures. I knew.
Black and white?
and only headshots, so you didn't.
Nah, I knew Brad won the Heisman. Brad won the Heisman for out here, right?
The Heck Crichton.
Yeah, see? Yeah, I knew. That's when he had hair.
Hey, I did have hair back then.
I remember those pictures.
Yeah. Dude, it's coming out of my helmet.
I've seen those. That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Now, if I took it off, it wasn't, what it looked like coming out, but.
Yeah, I remember seeing Brad on Google. You know, that was it. You know?
Did you know that? This is funny because I actually was a punt returner in my earlier CFL career. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. What was your? What kind
was my average?
Yeah.
Do you know my?
Were you getting on? Let's see. I wish.
It's there. I can't remember exactly. It was like 14.7 or something like that. But
I can't remember exactly.
Okay. Yeah, but I only returned 4 though, so I don't know how many you got to have to like. You gotta have a minimum number of stuff for it to really count. But I was gonna say, actually, and I was talking about this, I think with Brent. I feel like I was talking a lot of stuff with Brent, but it wasn't with Brent. How horrendously terrifying it was to return punts.
Oh yeah. I talked to RJ before, I was like, bro, you're legit insane. Like, you're running into oncoming traffic every single time. And then out here, it's like, yeah, you have the halo, but like, some guys just don't care.
You have the halo, but you have no
fair catch, yeah. So you can be running full speed and somebody can just, from like 10 yards down the field. Yeah, they do it all the time, but I don't know, that's always been something that I've loved. Like, I don't know, like I watched all the returners, Evan Hester, Deion Sanders, I watched all of these guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dante Hall that played on the Chiefs?
Yeah. Oh my God, Dante Hall.
The joystick, yeah.
The joystick.
Yeah, so like I watched all that growing up, and then, you play those games, like throw the ball in the air, try to make somebody miss. Yeah, that was always my games. Tag, that was it, bro.
That was probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, so here's my question, because I always wonder, as a former player too, my mindset was probably different than other people going out. So like, for instance, quarterbacks, you look at quarterbacks always looking at their wristband, they're very cerebral, they're talking through like plays and formations and hey, make sure you're in this split and all this stuff. You look at like the defense, well, I guess the DBs are kind of like receivers, there's not much going on, so they're kind of like in their own little bubble in the corner. the special team guys are like cracking bricks on their
Yeah.
skulls, like getting ready to go, you know. But then as a returner, I find it's like there must be a weird balance of like you have to get really pumped up to go out and be kind of crazy like you're talking about, but then also like you have to be very calm. So you gotta catch the ball, you gotta deal with like wind and like all that stuff.
For me, it's always been like real chill. Like they laugh at me, like Nate and everyone. They laugh because like I left took my headphones off one time and they just heard the music I was playing. They were like, "Bro, what is this?" Like it looks like you're like about to like just chill with some candles lit around you. Like I don't listen to like I just chill. Like I like to calm down because I already know as soon as I step out there and you see the like fireworks and stuff, I'm already going to be amped up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just relax now, think about it, and then you know when you got Coach Dice there, like he gonna amp you up enough. So I'm good. Yeah.
So then, okay, what are you listening to? Because we're probably listening to the same music.
I don't know about this, Brad.
That's what I say to people.
What do you listen to?
What do you listen to?
Music Soul Child, a little Lucky Day, a lot of old school like Cupid, Brian McKnight, Maxwell. You know, I like to keep it real chill.
No.
Oh
No.
I was like Enya.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you would like her.
Yeah.
You think?
We'll share some playlists.
All right.
What's one song or artist on your playlist that people wouldn't expect? Well, it sounds like all of them, but is there like Taylor Swift
No
or
way. I think I have a Luke Combs song on there, but I don't listen.
Country?
Yeah, I don't listen to it through.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when it pops up, I'm like, all right, I gotta be in the mood. You know, but like, nah, not really.
Okay, if you had an entrance song to run onto the field with, what would it be?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
yeah, that's a good one.
See, it's gotta be
I
something.
don't know.
Like that's.
It's not really upbeat for me though, cause I've been to baseball games and like I've seen like you know they walk
the
outside
batter.
and stuff,
Yeah.
and like all that kind of stuff. But it will probably be a 50 Cent song.
Old school.
Yeah, from like the Get Rich or Die Trying. One of those, yeah. One of those
fair.
songs for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, but that's like I think of UFC more so than MLB guys because
See, that's a show though. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
true.
you know what I mean? They putting on a show. They got the costumes on, all that.
Not as wrestling showy, but it's still
Yeah,
a
you
show
feel
when
me?
come out, yeah.
But see, I think there's guys that come out to like some slower songs, or like a country song or something, and like it doesn't.
It throws you off.
throws you off, right?
But they're like, boom, I'm locked in. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
that's what I said. When it comes to playlists, like you never know. You put somebody headphones on, you be like,
That's
whoa,
true. It's
buddy.
it is personal, yeah.
Take them right back off.
That's true.
So yeah.
All right, I'm going to get to this now because I'll forget later. Is you don't do kickoff returns, or you haven't done yet, but you have done in the past, but you haven't done this season. What is the difference between punt returning and kick returning? Is there a difference?
I would say no, for real. Like, pretty much doing the same thing. It's like, to me, I've always been, like, I feel free back there. Like when I'm at receiver, like in college they used to say you're thinking you're stinking. So I'm like, I try not to think. So when I'm on punt return, kick return, I'm just like, make a play. You know what I mean? Like, I trust my guys to put me in a position. So if they open up a hole, I hit it as hard as I can. And like, I guess that's scary to hear, but like,
No, but I'm told that like a kick return is more set than a punt return because a punt return, they're all on you pretty quick as opposed to a kick return.
yeah.
Is it more structured to be in a kick return?
Oh yeah, but for that, I think kick returns scarier for the guys that are on the unit, cause
Like the return.
yeah, like guys are running full speed at you. Like in the NFL now, they stop guys running with the kicker. You got to be stationary.
Right.
So like up here, when I'm watching guys get a full head of steam and run through somebody's chest, I'm like, whoa, like what's going on, you know? So I just try to put myself in a situation to just like on kick return to just get in the gap as fast as I can. You know what I mean? And on punt return, I'm like, boom, if this happens, I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna go outside. I just gotta like think ahead. Like Winston October used to tell me all the time, he's like, you gotta think that the first guy's not gonna get you, the second guy is. For every step you take, the defender takes two. You remember that?
No.
Yeah, so
The return route.
I always kept that. Yeah,
Never mind. They just hit me. Yes.
yeah. For every step you take, the
remember.
defender takes 2.
Yeah, all
And
the
I,
same.
yeah,
Yeah, Brad didn't listen very well. Okay.
No, I did. It's just
Nah.
been hit a couple times.
What's the hardest you've been hit?
in my life.
Let's go. Yeah, on a football field.
Oh, Dean Marlowe, JMU, freshman year.
Oh, wow.
I caught a drive route.
Yep.
Didn't see him. I was supposed to sit down. Got hit so hard. My arms just was like boom, and the ball just dropped, and then I was just like, yo, like what just happened? Yeah, I was like, what just happened? And ended up fumbling out of bounds. I was like, thank goodness it went out of bounds, because if it would have been in play, they might have cribbed it. But it was cool. It was cool. He made it to the league, so I was like, all right, man, he went to the NFL. Like, it would happen to anybody. You know what I mean?
You've created a problem because people don't like to kick the ball to you. So you make a living off kick returns, and you can't get them to kick the ball to you. Is this? This seems to be a double-edged sword here.
Doing my job. Like, I'm doing my job. That just tells you I'm doing my job. Like, I told Dice, like, I'm not really frustrated yet. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm putting my team in a great position. You know what I mean? Like, the last kickoff in Montreal, he kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah.
And, like, we got the ball at, like, the 50. So I'm like, I'm doing my job. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a couple plays and that's a field goal, you know, or a touchdown, whatever one. So.
But you don't get the stats.
I'm cool if we winning.
But the league's
2-0.
built,
We
pro
2-0.
sports is built on stats. And so is that, I guess.
For me, I'm just having fun.
Yeah,
You feel
okay.
me? Like, we 2-0. The stats aren't there. Like, last year was cool, but, like, we weren't winning. You know what I mean? Like, you can get all the stats in the world, but nobody remembers that at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, you can do all that, but if you win a championship, your name's going to be there forever. You feel me? So I'm just trying to win games. We 2-0 now. 1-0 each week, that's what I'm trying to do, and keep it pushing like that.
Now, it should point out that you do lead the league currently in return yards at 17.2. So you've done something right. What's the specialty? How do you become successful at kick returns?
Getting chased by my boys back home when I was younger. For real, like honestly, like we get on the hill, throw that ball up there and just go as fast as you can. Like my little brother, same thing. We just played tag all night long. Like we didn't really have much to do. So like it was just play tag, freeze
So
tag.
what do you mean on the hill?
So like somebody would throw the ball down.
Down the hill?
Down the hill, yeah. You know what I mean? And everybody just trying to get you.
Yeah.
Make a person miss. And then what is it called? Sharks and minnows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
You don't know what that is?
No.
So like,
I'm old.
boom, it starts with everybody. It's like a group of guys running down. Boom, you get tagged. You're now it. So then it's like a group of a whole bunch of taggers, and then you're the one that has to make everybody miss. And then by the end, it's just you against everybody.
Does that
I
make
used
you
to
the
love
shark
that,
or the
yeah.
minnow?
I was the minnow then.
Yeah.
I was the minnow then. So I was always trying to be the last one. And then that, and then playing capture the flag, because you know you gotta bring the flag back. All those games like that before and after school, that's all I did.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious because our game was called, it's the same game, but we called it Octopus. I don't know why. But it was a gym class game.
Yeah.
Where like everyone was kind of playing, but like the
knew,
athletes
yeah.
were like, as more
Go time.
people became more octopus or octopi.
Octopi.
Octopi. Brent, I don't know you're my.
I'm saying
you're my
it.
spellchecker. So then as that, then it's like, okay, the game's starting, and
Yeah.
like everyone's just trying to come to gym class, like not get too sweaty, and like you're going.
You're in your
Yeah.
you're in your best.
Yeah.
Your best gym clothes. I remember one time playing. It was before school too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so I go to class. I got a hole in my jeans, everything. I was like, how am I gonna tell my mom? Like, I had no idea. I had a whole hole in my jeans for the whole day, but it was worth it. I won.
If that was a different era, though, then it would just be the style.
Oh yeah, that'd been fly. But at that moment, nah, not at all. I had a good time though, man. I miss my family back home.
Could be like Brad and not wear pants, just wear shorts.
It's summer, so that's why I'm wearing shorts.
It's an awful way.
Just trying to get tough for the fall. That's all.
Okay, your first CFL game. If I'm not mistaken, you threw up before.
I throw.
I don't remember that.
Y'all got me, man. I'm glad I'm here with you guys. You know, I'm here with my family, our nation. You know what I mean? Yeah, I throw it before every game. I throw it before every game.
Every game?
Every single game.
Really?
Yeah, every single game. Yeah.
See, that's interesting. I've known a couple guys like that, and I've never asked why. Is it just it's part of the process? It's not nerves.
I don't like this. I don't think it's nerves. I just really like. I don't know, bro.
It's
like,
an uncomfortable, like, see, I think
I'll
we
get
feel the same.
I'll get to like the sweats, and I'm like, okay, like what's going on?
Yeah.
But it's like not like the anxious butterflies. I'm just like, what's going on? And then I'll run out we'll run out the tunnel, and then before the national anthem, I'm legit dragging the trash can over to
Is
somewhere.
it always like that before?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
But see, the guys I knew, they're like, I throw up before a game, so now they do it in the bathroom on purpose.
Oh no, I can't get it. When
You
it's
just
ready
wait
to
till it
go.
comes
No,
back.
when it's ready to go.
That's crazy.
it.
I never saw you throw up once.
I legit am one of the. See now, like it's out there. So like, if you ever look like,
Yeah.
I'll be ready for the national anthem or whatever, then I'll sneak off.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
sneak
good.
off
Yeah, yeah.
because everyone's standing up looking at the flag, and I'll just
That's
like
true.
let me go ahead get
Yeah,
this
just
out.
slide in the
And you
back.
know it's loud, so I'm just like, all right, I'm good. I'll get it done right now.
So, did you do it in the NFL in your preseason game?
Yeah, I did it in the locker room though.
Way more cameras.
I was like, I'm not getting caught doing this.
Every player.
I remember was it No Sean Marino when he was crying during the national anthem?
yeah.
And that one, I was like, yeah, I know there's cameras
do that.
everywhere. You don't know where they are, but they're there.
They're everywhere, especially the NFL.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
What about your game in Montreal? Will that still go down as the highlight when you had the punt return and a kick return, if I'm not mistaken, both for touchdowns?
A highlight of my life in football?
No.
Or just out here?
Just
CFL?
let's say CFL. Do you have a better highlight?
For the CFL? I just winning that game. That game was so live.
That's
like
right.
that game was crazy. And then I feel like every time we play Montreal, it's like a good game like that. I think last year, the last game of the year, we pulled that one out. That was a good one. And then Edmonton last year.
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like we were all clicking on everywhere on that field. But yeah, Montreal is definitely up there. The two games.
So just to give you a point of reference, I don't remember that game at all, but I remember your returns.
Oh, at 19?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like when you say, I'm just, because I don't want to get into it, but talking about the greats of all time in terms of the return game, stuff like that, and you're saying, well, what happened last year? We weren't winning, so no one remembers that, but like, that's what happens when you're that far above everyone else, and I mean that sincerely. It's coming from a former player. You're one of the greatest I've ever seen. And I specifically remember that punt return. And so, anyways, I'm just
throwing it out there. That.
Well,
I
would
appreciate that, man. That meant a lot coming from you, bro. I
Like,
appreciate that.
Man, when you see something on the field, especially as a player, and you literally are like, wow, like it kind of takes your breath away because it doesn't happen every time, right?
Yeah.
Like every game and every year. So just give me a little bit of props.
Appreciate that,
So no matter
man.
what happens, you will be remembered.
Appreciate that, man.
I sent him the link to the game, by the way. So
I remembered.
What,
No, you didn't send me. Did you send me?
it's in the notes.
I didn't read your notes.
Man, yeah, that game was crazy.
Yeah.
That was really crazy because we actually named the return after Noel Thomas's song.
Yeah.
Never forget that, John. Yeah.
So you talk about the greats though, like you got to meet Gizmo Williams because he presented you the most outstanding special teams player, if I'm not mistaken, award.
Yeah, I was shook.
So-
I never met him before.
So what did you know about him beforehand?
I watched so much film. He knows Winston October. Like he used to show his film, and it would be his film, or it would be Gizmo, or like I knew pinball because he went to William and Mary, so like I knew them as the great returners, So like when they said like his name, because I didn't know that he was going to be presenting the award at all, so like I was like, whoa, like this is like taking me back a little bit, like. I didn't even know what to do. Like I shook his hand. I'm like, can we get a picture? Like I remember, I was like, can we get a picture? Like it means so much to me because I know what he did for this league.
Really? Because you left your phone in your seat. If
Yeah, I did.
Well,
I was
who's
like,
gonna take this picture?
I was like, man, because I had my nose with a speech. I'm like, let me print these out beforehand, and then I just said, man, Gizmo just threw me all off. So
Really?
cool though,
That's
yeah.
interesting. Because I was going to say, growing up, you would have not known anything about the CFL. And
I knew about Warren Moon.
Oh, yeah,
coming
okay.
up here. Yeah, I knew about him coming up here.
That's cool, actually.
Yeah, so
5 in a row.
yeah, that's crazy.
Which is crazy.
Crazy stat.
Crazy.
So like, yeah, Warren Moon. Who else I knew about coming up here?
Oh, you went in on pinball, but
Yeah.
But like, when did you really start to pay attention to the CFL? When you got the call to come here, or was it beforehand?
I watched a couple games.
Yeah.
I watched a couple games. I remember when Chad Johnson came up here. Him, Johnny Manziel. I remember when because J Rose knocked him out. Was it on this side right here?
It was on the,
On that side? I think it was here. Yeah. J Rose, knocked him out. And again, I remember that.
1 yard line.
Yeah, and then I just really had no idea because I didn't even have a passport, man. So like, never been anywhere. So as soon as I got this call, I was like, I guess I gotta get a passport. So flew up here, had no idea. I had people on the plane speaking French. I took French, but I didn't know what they were saying.
You took French?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you anything right now though.
Neither can I.
So I get on the plane. I get here. It's like 3 days before the first preseason game. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna have me practice tomorrow. And they threw me into the fire. But I had RJ behind me, like, yo, run this. So it was cool.
Tell me all the wrong stuff.
So what did you know about Ottawa prior to crossing the border?
I did know it was the capital. I did.
Of Ontario or Canada?
Don't do me on camera like that. At that point, like it was huge. I was like, man, I know Toronto, I know all these different places, but I don't know nothing about it. You feel me? And then I was like, I think it's the capital of Canada. I don't.
Good guess.
Yes, you are
I was
correct.
like, I'm pretty sure it's the capital of Canada at that time, but now I know.
Now you know.
Yeah, but at that point, I was like, Toronto's so lit, it's gotta be Toronto. Like,
Everyone thinks.
but nah. About Ottawa, what did I know? I knew Winston was here. I knew the Grey Cup was y'all won. That was that 2016?
16.
Yeah, and then I knew y'all was there the year
18.
before I got here.
Yep.
That's when Trev was here, Greg, all y'all was there.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. I
So-
knew it was about winning.
Okay, but were you excited then? Like, was there a general excitement, like, this is where I got to go to try and jumpstart my career? Like,
I was just happy to play ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, flashback, I thought I was going to Redskins minicamp. They called me on a Friday. By Sunday, they changed their mind. And that's, rest in peace, that Dwayne Haskins was the quarterback then. They wanted to go a different route. And I'm like, all right. So then I'm just chilling. I'm chilling with my man Corey Parker. Shout out Corey Parker. We chilling at his crib. We watching football. And I get the call. And I'm like, Canadian number? I don't know what
It was a Canadian number released.
Yeah, because it popped up. So I'm like, what is that? So I'm thinking that's a scam. So I'm not touching that phone. And then Winston called me. He was like, man, answer the phone. Da 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 da. And then JM called me. JM, shout out JM, big guy. He really held me down. Like, got me through to DC. I went to DC like 6. My dad drove me there. Got a passport, ended up flying out that Wednesday, I think. Just left. I still hadn't moved out of my college house at this point.
so you get to practice. What are you thinking? One, the ball. I don't know if you've ever held a CFL
no,
football
not at
because it's
that
bigger.
point. Yeah.
So like, what's going through your mind as you're
I'm
taking
watching
the field?
film and then I forgot because I guess I just blacked out. You know what I mean? Like I just blacked out. And I'm watching everybody waggle and stuff, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, what's going on? And then, because I walked in to y'all's meeting,
Yeah.
and they like, introduce yourself, and I'm already sweating at this point. I'm like, I don't know nobody here. I only knew RJ from college because he went crazy on us. He had 175 in the first half. Yeah, so that was crazy. So I'm like, if he's here, I know there's some dogs out here. So ended up walking in, I'm like, yo, this is different, like totally different. And then they were just like, focus on returning. That's what Winston told me, straight to my face. Focus on returning, make plays, do what you've always done.
So is the ball different for you? Like when you first got kicked to, you're like,
Oh yeah,
this thing's a
it was
beach ball.
it was crazy. But then it was like in practice, because I remember they shot it through the jugs, and I'm like, how is this even going through the jug? Like I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. And then Dice was just telling me like, he's like, listen, like I know you can make plays, just do what you got to do, like catch the ball and go. And that's the only thing I've ever done. Like, anytime I get the ball, I just want to get north fast. And like, I guess it's you don't really see it a lot. Guys like to like make moves, Like, nah, I'm not like that. I like catch the ball and go. You start making moves, that's when something happens that you don't want to happen.
Okay, well, this is along the lines of yak-ish, because when you return, it's yak. But to me, you're different than every other returner because everyone is either really shifty, really fast, a little bit bigger, more but not as shifty, and you're literally the best of both worlds that I've ever seen.
This man. Yeah, I appreciate it. This is funny because I never heard any of this when we were playing together. You know, like, I never heard any of this. So look, man, come on. I love it. Oh yeah, I'm loving this right now.
Okay, so in terms of that, like, because people always ask, oh, where does yak come from? Like, what's the mindset? And like, you are extremely strong when you get tackled, but also you're good at breaking tackles and you're very shifty. So when you're returning, like, and I'm asking the question, I know the answer, but might be different. What is the mentality of breaking tackles and doing all that stuff? You're not just catching the ball and running untouched. Like, you're breaking multiple tackles. So I don't know. For me, it was like, it came from a childhood of like brothers and sisters chasing you around, like you're sitting playing with your guys, right? Like,
the breaking tackles is like, it's weird, bro, because I'm like, I play running back, like growing up, like, and everyone always used to say like, I love Reggie Bush, bro.
Oh yeah.
I love Reggie Bush.
College Reggie Bush.
Yeah, college. Yeah. No, still loved him.
Yeah.
When I had a Saints jersey, bro. The Saints are my favorite team. I was locked in, even when he got boomed.
You know what? I was gonna say, crushed me when he got hit on that swing pass.
Yeah. But like, that was it, bro. Like, playing running back, it was like, it set my mindset different. You know what I mean? Like, and then I was fast, and then running track, it was like, look, track got me right.
It's one of those things, though, I feel like once you start breaking tackles and you kind of realize that you're like slippery,
it's the best feeling.
It's like the best feeling, but also the confidence level like shoots up.
Oh yeah, I remember because when we went to Winnipeg, my first game. That was my first game.
Yeah.
We went out to Winnipeg, and I'm like, these dudes is crazy. And I'm watching the way the punters are just like aiming this way, kicking it this way. I'm like, what is happening right now? And Dicey's like, just go get it, get it. And I'm like, man, okay. And then after that game, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of making plays. I had one mistake that like really kind of messed up my mindset a little bit. Oh, I remember it.
What happened?
I won't flush it. I can't. Like those little plays where I mess up, like they say flush it, but I remember. The punter kicked it, and it went like I said, one of those kicks, and like I misjudged it and ran over, and it went between my legs, lost it, but I got the ball back. But I just didn't make no yards on it. See, I do. I remember that kind of stuff, man, because it's like I don't want to mess up things. Because my team has so much faith in me, you know what I mean? Like, they put me back there because they have faith. And when that happens, it's like, I feel bad. Like, I love those guys in the locker room. Like, I'll do anything for them. So it's like, when I make a mistake, they looking for me to be the best that I can be. So if I make a mistake, it's like, dang, like, I'm letting them down. And I don't want to do that.
Brad never felt that way.
No, I felt like that all the time.
And that's it.
Yeah. So. Did we talk about it in 2019? No.
Was he good to you when you showed up?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, let him answer.
He was. I was just jumping on it with him.
Yeah, Brad was good to me. They were.
I might have been grumpy. I'm sorry if I was a couple of times.
No, you were good. You had every right to be grumpy.
We were struggling. So
it was cool.
I was pondering a lot of the time why we were struggling.
Yeah, so it was cool. My best. I remember going to Centerholic. I don't know if you were one of them though.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they had me getting Centerholic, Booster Juice, donuts.
That.
I was by myself, me and Wes. That's why you see
That's true. Yeah, you and Wes. There was only
locked in, man.
That's true.
Made us do all of that stuff. I remember one time, everything was closed, and we would go over to Whole Foods and just get croissants, and they were hot.
Yeah.
They were like, "What do y'all got these croissants in our lockers for?" I'm like, "Bruh, what do y'all want us to do? Everything's closed by the time I get here, because I get here early." So I'm like, I don't know what y'all want from me. Look, y'all got the croissants. Be grateful, man.
I would like a good croissant.
Nah, it was cool though. They was real nice to me. They helped me a lot. Like,
so now, as a veteran, and you want rookies to get you your stuff, would you accept the
crazy thing is-
excuse, but would you accept the circumstance of, well, the store is closed, or
The rookie, he don't get nothing. I was like, bro, y'all. I was like, yo, you got it easy. Because the first day when I came
true.
back, I had brought a whole bag of snacks. They was like, this is how you supposed to do it. Da, da, da. I'm like, who the rookie? Nah, bro, he wasn't doing none of that. So I hope he watches this and starts getting snacks for the end of the season.
well, it's tough, right? Because they always want to say, well, I don't get paid.
Yeah, that was it.
Donuts are like 70 cents. There's only like 9 guys.
Just
that are-
get some, what are they, 10 bits? Or whatever. Yeah, just get a
One
couple
Timothy,
of Yeah, you're good. I'll
Could be a lot
fine.
worse.
Yeah, just like I said, be grateful. Be grateful for your little snacks.
Do you have a favorite Timbit?
Nah, I don't. But I do like the one with the sprinkles on it though.
Birthday.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's cool. But I'm on a healthy kick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have noticed. I lost
I have noticed.
25 pounds, man.
He said that, but he also said you
25
look
pounds.
taller. So
Maybe I shrank.
are you?
You are getting older.
Right.
You're
I've
getting
been
older.
hunching a lot the last couple of years.
They say when you get older, you shrink though.
You do, yeah.
So
and,
maybe-
and I've lost muscle mass to keep me upright too. So. I was huge when
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes it hurts my head. Is your brother threw your last touchdown pass to you in high school, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken?
wow, y'all did your homework.
Huh?
He's the homework guy.
Goodness.
He
Yeah,
didn't
you're
read
not. You don't read the
the
notes.
homework guy.
You don't read the
I'm
notes.
still in his
Yeah,
inbox.
man.
5 guy. Yeah.
My little-
So
my
was that
little
a
brother.
special time for you to be able to play with your brother?
Yeah, my little brother. Like, that's it, man. It's me and him. Like, it's always been me and him, and like, he played corner. So like, the trash talk in backyard. Like, my dad would do little drills with us from the deck. Like, you know, turn around, catch the ball, like all of that. Like, that was all we ever did. We go to the field together, do sleds, parachute. Shout out to my brother, man. Karan, I love you, man. But yeah, like, I had got hurt my senior year. I played in like the first 4 games. I was going crazy at this point. I was like, man, can't nothing stop me. Then I had a partial tear in my ACL. So I was like, I'm not risking anything. So I sat out. Then it was like the last game of the year. And I'm like, man, I gotta see what I got, you know, like just test it out. And yeah, I went crazy in that game. And then the last one, he threw me a touchdown, and it was just like, wow, this is crazy, full circle. And then like it was like kind of like I was handing the team to him, like passing the torch. You know how that is. So like, yeah, it meant the world, like for real, especially for my family. That like us playing together our whole lives.
Has your family come up to see much? You be able to play?
My parents just got a passport, so good on them. Like they just got a passport. Like I said, I had got one just to play up here. So they got a passport this year, but they watch every game. Last year, every ball, like if I score, I keep it just to give it to my mom, like every time, because like she don't get to come up here. So like that like means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they texted me during the game where they like my dad's like, all right, relax here, da da da. Like after last game, Montreal was talking a lot, and I got out of character a little bit. My mom was like, you a little feisty out on the field, like stop talking. You know the camera's on you, da da da. But like. Nah, like my family's huge to me, so like, nah, like they haven't been up here, but I think they're planning on coming up here this year.
Does your mom keep you in check?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a mama's boy, so like she tells me what if I'm doing something wrong, I'm gonna listen, but my dad gets me right too. What's
the maddest your mom's ever gotten at you?
Ooh, on camera? On camera? Maddest my mom's ever gotten. Nah, my mom really don't be getting mad like that. She's like, you know better. You know what I mean? And
disappointed
like, yeah,
mom.
like when you start disappointing them,
Yeah,
like
it's
you
worse.
hear it, you're like, dang, man, like
It's
that's
gonna
not
go
it.
to my room on my own.
Like you already know, you're like, wow, when you make them upset and like, that's how it is for real. Like, I don't like disappointing them.
Yeah.
That's it.
You talked about, as I jump around here, bringing stuff to the team. When you were in the NFL at training camp, were you the rookie then?
Oh yeah, I was the rookie all over again. All over again. I will never forget, they put on they were writing down the little list of snacks. They had a microwave on there. Yeah, I'm looking on the board like, are y'all serious?
They didn't have a microwave at the.
In the room, and they wanted me to buy one for the room with a couple of noodles.
With the.
My man Lynn, I'm telling you, man, yeah.
Okay.
Man, I love those guys, man. They definitely helped me out a lot too. So like,
Yeah.
no, I have nothing but like good things to say about them.
What's the biggest thing jumping from college to professional, whether it's CFL, you've had experience in the NFL, what's the biggest, I don't want to say surprise, but something you didn't expect when you...
I think it's just the size.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't return.
Right.
Like, I returned in college my sophomore year, and then after that, it was no returning.
Yeah.
So, like, the size of guys running, like a Marco, for example. Like,
On special.
yeah, like, you're like, whoa. Like, what is this guy doing?
6'4", 235.
Yeah.
Runs
Like, watching him against Hamilton, like, I'm like, yo, I knew this guy could run like this, you know what I mean? So, like, it's crazy to see, like, now the media knows how fast this guy is. But then going to the NFL, and you got, like, Raekwon Davis. You know what I'm saying? He D-line 6'7", 330.
Yeah.
All of it
And
too.
those guys
Can run. Yeah. So I'm like, it's just the size, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain like my mindset. I think the game has slowed down for me.
Yeah.
Like real talk. Like used to be like in college, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to go.
Yeah.
And now it's like, just be smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be full speed here. Run your route and get into space. I learned it from Brad Sinopoli. Brad taught me that. Brad's like, you don't need to do all of that. Just get into space, turn around, show your numbers.
It's very interesting though to like, as we, whenever I think about that, you tell guys that, and it's like, hey, the best route runners run their routes at like 85% speed.
Unless
you
you're tired,
always, unless, that's true. But I mean, he's a different guy.
Yeah.
And he's shorter.
Yeah.
Tall guys like me, I can't run.
Yeah.
I'm a 4'3" guy, but I couldn't run 4'3" in my routes. But it's interesting because like, I wonder also in the return game if that's something. So like, I always thought, save that little bit of burst for when you're like at the top of the route, when you're making your cuts or whenever you, whatever point. But is it the same when you're returning? Like, are you saving a little bit to, as you're trying to envision stuff opening or blocks being set up, like that you can burst through that stuff? Or is it just...
I had this whole conversation with Chandler Worthy from Montreal. Like, he hit me up before the season started. And he's like, hey, bro, like, what could you see? Like, what do you see when you're out there? And I'm like, for real, bro? Like, I try to beat gaps and beat angles and stuff like that. So, like, when I see a little space, I hit it, boom.
Right.
And then I'm not worried about anybody. Like, I'm always looking ahead. Like, I'm not worried about the guys on the side. Because I'm like, I can outstep them, you feel me? Like break their angle. And like I said, I'm always looking for the next guys. Every step you take, the defender takes two. So I'm like, boom, here, you feel me? And then that guy's already, his angle's gone, then you get back vertical. And that's up like, just those little things like that, like, just like, cause everybody's trying to get you on that angle. So if you mess up somebody's steps, they're gonna take another step and you're like, okay, boom, I got him. That's how I play.
Angles.
Angles, all about angles, man, that's
angles
it.
and spacing. Speed's overrated.
Do you have, when the ball is kicked, an idea beforehand of where you're trying to go other than north?
I try not to like do that.
Okay.
Because you never know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you never know what's gonna happen. Like, okay, especially now. Like I'm in the Edmonton game, my first return. I'm lining up in the boundary and it goes all the way to the field on the sideline. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta try to work my way, try to figure things out, you know what I mean? So like, you just gotta like get a feel for the game, you know what I mean? Like, I know, if I try to think of things like, if I'm chasing this dude, this is what I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, boom, he's gonna come here, so I just gotta make him think I'm going outside, set up the block for Gilly to go here, and I go under it.
Okay.
That's how I think about football.
Do you hear anything when you receive a ball? Like, is it now just silent and you're just in your own head?
I guarantee if my mom was here, that would be the only thing I could hear. The only thing I could hear. In college, it was the same way. I could only hear my mom.
So what's it like to break a tackle and run it in for a touchdown? Like when you're in open field, what is that feeling like?
It's crazy, especially here. Like anytime I touch the ball, it's like, that gives me extra confidence when I hear like the roaring and stuff. And then like when I know I'm like free and I see my teammates like, you know what I'm saying, they high stepping, I'm like, all right, it's game time, like I'm good. But like, man, like the returns I've had, it's just been like great setup by Dice. Like for real, like he puts us in the best situation. And like I said before in plenty of interviews, I will run through a wall for Coach Dice.
I hear that all the time.
Like, for real, I would run through a wall for him. So, like, I know he's not going to put me in a situation where he doesn't think that we can be successful. So, Hamilton, for example. It was raining. He called a return. I'm like, boom, make a play. I knew the guy had been trying to go upfield early, so I'm like, okay, boom, Gilly's gonna be wrapping around. So I set the guy up to go outside, him think I'm going outside, and I knew Gilly was coming. So I'm like, boom, slowed his feet, Gilly's there, hits him. Perfect, gets me around the edge. Then I see Verde, he's the one-on-one with the punter. I'm like, oh, he's winning that block. So I was like, don't even worry about anything else going on, just get to the sideline. And I see Gump, Javion Hayes, on, I think it was like the slot back. And I'm like, okay, boom. He's gonna block him out. I'm gonna cut under it. There's one guy chasing, make a move outside, get inside, get in. Like I remember those plays, like the returns. I remember.
That's wild.
You just blew Brent's mind.
Yeah, I'm still back. I still have you receiving the ball.
Yeah, bro. Like yeah. So.
What's it like to drive 23 hours from Miami?
Man, it wasn't
Did you
as
stop
bad.
at sightsee? Did you take any
I stopped
pictures?
in Virginia. It was storming. It was storming in Fredericksburg. But nah, like, it was cool. It was cool. It wasn't bad. Like, I drove down there, but I stopped in Virginia at my parents' house and then drove the rest of the way. But nah, it wasn't bad. I just forgot how big Florida was. Like,
Florida's long.
bro, I'm 4 hours north and I'm still in Jacksonville. I'm like, yo, what is happening? And then once I got to like North Carolina, like Pinehurst, you know Pinehurst? Like I think they golf. Yeah. So once I got to like that area, I knew where I was at. Yeah, I was good. I was good right then and there. So made it through Fredericksburg and then got up early, and we got through DC traffic. We had to get up early to beat the DC traffic. Got to Pennsylvania, Maryland area was cool. Maryland's so short, got through there. Pennsylvania, it's kind of hectic because you're going up the hills and it was like so much fog. Like no funny, I could not see the camera. Like it was that much fog driving through. I'm like, what is happening? So got through there, New York. Once I got to like Watertown, I knew where I was at.
Okay, what kind of snacks do you eat on the way of a 23-hour trip?
I told you I'm trying to lose weight.
I know, that's why I want to know what snacks are.
I'm over here
Is it
with
Krispy
water.
Kreme?
I'm over here with the water. I stopped at Subway. I know people are gonna be like, that's not healthy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just got me
I
a
always
little-
get bacon, so I have no help whatsoever.
I got a Subway sub. Just drove, man. Like just drive until you can't no more.
And
And
how
I got here at like 4:40.
See, you sound like you're perfect for fishing.
Well, I know I knew this was going to turn to fishing.
You can't, yeah, for real, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
For real, like I was like, all right, I'm good. Woke up, was like, get it done. That's all I was
Is this a
on.
podcast, man?
No, my boys were sending me playlists. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I had already made a playlist before, but it was cool. It was a cool little thing.
Yeah, that's actually a good drive though when you think about it. From Florida up to Ottawa,
You see
there's-
everything.
There's nothing. Well, you correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not. Is there anything super flat? Like I drove from Ottawa to Calgary when I played in Calgary,
Mm-hmm.
but like when you hit the middle of Canada, that is flat and forever.
Okay.
So it was hard.
Yeah, like North Carolina, I would say it's like that.
Really?
I would say North Carolina's flat. Yeah.
North Carolina's flat.
I would say that where I came through.
Well, certain parts.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm just asking.
Because I can assume the Appalachian Mountains
Yeah,
are somewhere.
yeah, I wasn't through that. I was just
Oh,
straight
okay.
shot, straight through. I went through what it's called, Emporia, Virginia, and like that. little
Virginia's
strip.
very scenic. It's got like.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. It was a
Yeah,
beautiful
okay.
drive. It was a beautiful drive. South through Georgia, South Carolina. Like Georgia was smooth. South Carolina, another like smooth little drive, and then got through Virginia. Got to like Fredericksburg, Richmond area, so I knew where I was at then.
Richmond.
Yeah, so I was good then.
Do you drink coffee?
I do not. Never had coffee a day in my life.
How did
This
I
is straight
know
energy.
this from
Straight energy, man.
2019?
Okay, so then energy drinks?
No.
No, come on. He's,
Like, I don't
I
need
know,
it.
I'm trying. Well, I didn't know the coffee thing was
Temple.
coming. Now I need to figure this out.
No, this is me. Like what you get right now.
Like, you've never had coffee.
No,
Ever.
never.
Would
Why?
you try it?
I don't think so.
Cappuccino? You never had a cappuccino?
I had a frappuccino. Does that count?
That's coffee. I mean, there's coffee in
Oh
it.
man.
But it's a cold drink, so it's not really
you
like...
think so? But nah, like this is me, man. Like,
Okay, but why
Never.
haven't you tried it?
I don't think I need it.
No, he doesn't need it.
Like he's been around me. Like 6 a.m. I'm up. Like that's
Yeah.
me. Like I
So,
don't know.
okay, all right. So then what's your game day routine, I guess from the morning or whatever till you get to the, do you have anything that's different that you have to make sure you always do?
See, it's different here because, like, in college, I used to take bubble baths, like the night before. For real, just to like
we need a candle.
just to like relax my body or whatever. Like, yeah, I used to do that. Like,
And the mind.
faithfully, I used to do it, and then
You have cucumbers on your eyes or anything?
Nah, no cucumbers. That would have been nice though. That would have been nice. I love the spa.
Do you do you go to Lush and get those bath bombs? Those are cool.
See,
Oh, so you're looking.
see, like,
bubble baths.
whoa, wait a minute. I'll get the bubble bath. I'll get the bubble bath with the Epsom salt, but that one right there,
that's what bath bombs
no.
You can get,
you
like,
getting the color bath bombs. That's what it sounds like. You,
Yes.
Yeah, you're wildin'. I'm not going there with
Add
it.
some color. There's like.
I don't need
salts
it.
in there too.
I don't need it. I just got my
I'm just
little
saying, just
little
try
joint.
it.
I pour it in
I'm
there.
gonna bring you something. I just want you to.
Oh,
try
I'll
it.
try it. I have no problem trying it. I'll get it done.
Okay.
Okay, day of.
Day of. I don't really do much for real.
No?
See, I used to eat Pop-Tarts. Like, faithfully. Like, I had a box in my locker. Like, halftime Pop-Tart.
Really?
Wild berry Pop-Tart. Yeah, it's there's film of it. There's film of me eating Pop-Tarts, yeah.
That's not that crazy.
Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll just do that. I actually get on the field early and like I'll visualize things, like visualize returns and like see if this guy goes here, then I'm gonna do this kind of thing. But
Yeah.
other than that, no, I don't do nothing too crazy. I remember my teammate in college used to sit in the bleachers and play the guitar.
Electric or acoustic?
What do you mean?
Is it like country or hard rock?
Country, like,
Okay.
like he's just in the bleachers, just relaxing, just.
You got an amp with
Like that's what I'm like.
No, I'm saying you brought it electric. You
think-
can play it. I don't know. Whatever he plays, he's comfortable with. Hey, I'm just looking for details.
Just walking around, amp, guitar, everything.
Josh knows what I'm talking about.
All right, my bad. I'll let you slide this
sorry.
time.
Good question.
I don't even know how to get out of that one. So any superstitions?
Nah.
Is there anything in your locker you have to make sure you touch 3 times or anything before you go
No, I
out?
always text my parents though. Our group chat, I always tell them I love them before the game, just to make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, like, let them know, like, without them I wouldn't be here. To be honest with y'all, like, they always had me on like the right thing, like making sure, like, when everybody else was out doing this, I ain't need to do it. Like, I already knew what it was, and like I said, my parents have been huge influences in my life. So like, disappointing them, didn't want to do. Got their college scholarship, and I remember seeing my mom cry. You know what I mean? And like, just knowing that I could take that stress off of them was huge. And then now, like, I'm playing the game I love. They get to see me play the game I love, and I'm just having fun. I let them know that I love them.
Do you have a welcome to the CFL moment?
My first touch, I took it back for a touchdown. Kick return, yeah.
Yes,
in
that's
preseason.
a good welcome to the CFL. Most people are not a good.
But I would say walking to the locker room and seeing number 79.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way I can play receiver at 79.
No.
Did you look at the number and go like,
I was like, I'm gone in 2 weeks. I was like, I'm gone in 2 weeks. Like, what?
number 79?
My dad was 79 in like 1975 though.
Oh,
He was a receiver too.
okay.
So that's something.
I just knew I was going home. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm in practice. I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work out. Yeah.
I'm sure we all thought the same with seeing 79. You know, this guy's not gonna make it.
You know, it was me and Lobos.
That's-
Lobos was 70.
Yeah, 70.
5 or 76, one of them. And then Jordan Jordan, he plays in Italy right now. Right. He was another 70 number. So we just all sitting there like looking at each other like, what are we about to do?
Can you name a player, a really good player, maybe a receiver or a skill position who was a 70s, number in the 70s?
That played?
Just any like college football, NFL, CFL. Just trying to throw it. Does anyone know a great player? Like, because this is as a rookie, when you come in, you always get the worst numbers, right?
Did somebody play here that was 70?
Do you know the answer
No,
to
I
this
don't.
before
I
you start?
don't.
Oh.
I don't know the answer. I'm asking you if you know anyone.
No, I thought there was a player that played here. I don't know.
There's nobody.
Well, yeah, there is.
Right? Am I
Number
tripping?
77.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was a grade, right? Or am I tripping? Is Ottawa grade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like I was like, I knew he was a 70 number. That's it. Yeah, I don't know nobody else. I thought you had like some huge reveal. I was like,
I was waiting. This is gonna be good.
You guys, first of all, you should know. I have no huge reveals. I'm just asking.
Okay. Did you know what a rouge was before you got here?
Oh, good question, coach.
that's the one point. Yeah, nah, I'll be trying. Man, I was all confused. I think my first game last week. Matter of fact, I was like, Dice, did I make the right decision here? Because the punt was rolling. I thought it was gonna go in the end zone, so I was like, let me grab this before it go in the end zone. Cause I was like, I don't know if this is a point or not. So I was like, let me just grab it. But nah, like yeah, I didn't have a clue about any of that. I didn't have a clue about the halo, that. I knew a little bit about the waggle, but I thought that was more arena football. So I was just confused. Yeah.
Like there's some tough rules to, especially coming from the U.S.
And then the onside punt.
Yeah.
I was confused. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah.
Or the kick out.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that on film. I was like, they're just all kicking it back and forth. I'm like, yo, what is happening right now?
Crazy, yeah.
I'm just glad I haven't been in this situation.
Game you're tuning into, and at that moment you watch that, but you're a football fan, that would be crazy.
I want you to know, there's no, I could punt, but like,
Everyone says they can kick.
nah, I could do it. I want to punt past a kick back home. Yeah.
That's a little more. That's okay. That's something. Yeah. I said I could kick. Did you? We had. So,
You know, with you, bro, I'm not surprised.
No. What do you? Okay, I don't know.
No, I'm not. No, like,
take that?
no, like I'm not surprised because you play quarterback.
Yeah, sure.
Then you all time. You're a great receiver.
Sure. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Two-time most outstanding Canadian.
Yeah, like come on, like I'm not
I'd catch you.
surprised.
I'd catch you.
But I'm not
I didn't play
surprised.
soccer. No. So I said that I could kick.
Oh Lord.
My rookie year in Calgary, Rene Paredes.
Oh yeah.
Right? He was a rookie as well. He got
Wow.
hurt. Yeah, I know, right? He got hurt, so then the next guy got hurt in training camp. So they asked, "Hey, can anyone kick as a backup?" Because they signed someone else, right? A real kicker. So then a couple guys put up their hand, and I'm like, "Well, I can kick an extra point." Back then, it was still 10 yards away, whatever it is. And so everyone takes their turn, they all kick, and they go through, and then I get up, and I hoofed it straight into J. Michael Dean, who also played here in the Redblacks, right into his back in practice, and like the hardest thud ever. It was one of my worst moments. I talked about my worst moment last time we were
Which
doing
is also to do with the kick.
This is one of my worst moments because it was like dead silence, and then I had to walk away and like just stand, and everyone's just like looking at you like, "Why did you think you could kick?"
You just told a whole lie.
Obviously,
That's what they were saying.
Anyway, so I can't kick, but just throwing it out there.
So did they ever mention that to you ever again?
No.
That
That's
was
good.
it.
Yeah, until I just brought it up, which should have done.
A touchy subject maybe height. So if you are
Why is that touchy? Everyone knows I'm short.
I said you were taller when you came in here.
You did.
So my point is because you're so good and such a talent, if you were 6'4", you're probably in the NFL, is my guess. Do you feel that way? Like have you been told you're
It was not.
I don't know what your answer is.
It was not meant to be.
not this point, not this year.
No. I mean in general, 6 feet. It was not meant to be in my life. Like it's not.
Then you'd be slower, less agile.
I'm not saying that. Don't throw that over here. You keep that. I don't want that, Juju. I don't know. I'm not saying. I just don't want that over here. I'm good with it. But I've always been like shorter. But like I had a crazy growth spurt, and everybody thought I was gonna be tall. And I'm like, yeah, like listening. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing like 11 and a half, 12, and like 7th grade.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Wow.
7th grade though, you hit it too early. I couldn't.
Yeah, you feel me? So like,
no, he's. Yeah.
I went from 6th grade. I was like maybe 5 feet. Came back, I was like 5'8". I said, oh my goodness, I'm about to be going crazy. I'm on a basketball court. I'm like, it's only meant to be. Like I'm about to be tall. Then it just seemed like everybody was catching me. I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, but I wouldn't say that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes what you want is not what you need, you know what I mean? And like, I don't need that. I'm good with like I'm 5'9" 3/4. You know, I'm cool with that.
I would have gave you 5'10", by the way.
Yeah.
Try to get it.
You know, I'm cool with that. You know, but my brother's taller than I am, and I get that all the time. He'll walk past me and be like short stuff or like shorty. I'm like, all right, Brad, like I get it. Ha ha. Like I've heard it my whole life. Like I don't really care, but bro, I don't know. You know, that it didn't happen, so.
No, but the CFL is tailored to, I'm going to say smaller players, and I don't mean it that way, but I just feel like you probably would have got a shot, a more legit, right? Because all they want to do is see size. Am I wrong here?
Well, it's an interesting conversation because if you go back to returners, Dante Hall.
Yeah, tiny, yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else in the NFL as a returner back in the day.
Oh yeah, Mel Gray. Steph Logan.
Steph Logan,
yeah.
Tiny. I mean, even Gizmo and Pinball are small. Like they got to be 5. Pinball's like what, 5'6"?
Yeah, he's smaller. Yeah.
I don't want
to talk bad about. I don't want to talk bad about my man.
Yeah,
you feel
of
me?
course. Which, by the way, I just want to throw out there. It's crazy that you are both from William and Mary.
Yeah.
Like the two of the greatest returners in 100 and
Yeah, he.
CFL football.
I remember when
That's
I first got
crazy.
there, they have like a wall, and it has like it's like history of William and Mary, and it's like pinball like jumping over somebody. They said, bro, it's like a story of like he came back to speak at a graduation or something like that, and they said he has energy.
Oh yeah.
They said he jumped off the stage,
Oh,
like legit jumped off the stage. I was like, what?
Yeah, he like puts himself out of breath. How much energy he
Yeah.
has all the time.
So yeah, a pinball. Yeah, that is a crazy thing, though.
So height's overrated.
Very.
Well, I was just curious your reaction to it, because I'm sure you've been told at points.
Oh yeah, plenty of times I've been
Yeah.
told that. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially because I told you I was a hooper. So everybody thought. I'm telling you, I averaged 30 my senior year. I had a 48 point. I had a 48 point game. But y'all go ahead and look at the stats yourself. I ain't gonna put my free throw percentage in that game. That was bad.
Yeah.
It was.
50.
I could have had 60. I went 7 for 27.
Ooh. Oh my
Wow.
It was 3 games. It was the third game that week, and you know I had no legs.
You should have just left it.
They call you Shaq?
I'm out
after?
that joint. My coach was like, just kick it. At one point, bro, I'm telling you, like, but I was hitting everything else.
Wow.
Everything else, bro. It was crazy. 48 and 7 for 27.
Gamers. See, people that can't hit free throws, that's when everything calms down and it's all silent. That's your
But
game.
nah, the ball was, man, I'm trying to tell you, the hoop was an ocean. I could have just thrown it in. That's how I was feeling in the game. And then when I got to the line, I'm just like, coach, like I'm legit looking at the sideline, like, coach, it's just not, it's like rimming out. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I changed my whole routine. I changed my routine like 5 times during the game.
Maybe that was it.
Because like I would miss 2 and I'm like, all right, what's going on? Like, all right, just I'm just talking to the ref. I'm like, just give it here. Like, just throwing it out there. I ended up no funny catching the ball like a jump shot by the end.
Did you jump?
Yeah, like quick one. I'm telling you,
You should have just threw it off the backboard, got your own rebound.
can't do it. Has to hit the rim. So you mess around and try to do that.
I didn't know that.
It's okay. I just put you on. It's good. It's good. But nah, that's how it was.
Okay, I want to wrap this up by, you said you watched every Redblacks game this year before you came here.
Oh yeah, I
So-
was locked in.
So what was, I guess, how frustrating was it before you got here? And did that play any part of you wanting to get here as soon as possible to get into the lineup?
It was more of like, I felt bad for my brothers. You feel me? Like the first 2 Winnipeg games, we should have won.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like there was plays that were left out there. Yeah, it was like close games all the one. Yeah, you know. So I'm like, dang man, we just need to pull it out. And then once I got cut, I was like, well, just gotta wait. And then Berkey was like, can you be up here on Saturday? I was like, listen, bud, like, I wish, but I gotta sell everything down here in Miami in order to get up there. So yeah, it was just really exciting, bro. Like, I love the game. I love the game of football. So like, especially when you're invested in it with like the guys that like you grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like you grew a bond with.
Yep.
So no, it wasn't really frustrating. It was just like, all right, they have it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want them to be negative. You know what I mean? fans sometimes get like, oh, the Redblacks, you know what I mean? But it's like, you gonna understand what they putting in, all these hours they're putting in for one play to determine the outcome.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like, that's why I said when I first got here, I was like, don't give up. Like, we have the pieces. We just have to gel. Like, this is the time, this time of the year is where everybody gel for real. Like,
Labor Day.
yeah, like everybody gels as a team and you'll see in the end how it goes.
What was that room like after the win, the first win?
In Edmonton,
Yeah.
it felt like the win last year in Edmonton. Like, you know what I mean? It felt like that win in Edmonton. Nah, it was a good vibe, man. Like, it felt good to be back out there playing football. Like, in Miami, I was in, you know, I was getting a couple snaps here and there, but like to actually be playing again, it felt great. You know what I mean? And then like to have the guys that pretty much, I would say I've grown here as like a player, as a person. I've grown a lot here in Ottawa. So like to just get back out there with them, it meant a lot.
What was it like to see your jersey hanging there again? Did it strike any emotion?
Oh man, the 1-7 did in practice. DeVonte Smith actually gave me the jersey. He gave up my number, and like that got me emotional. You know what I mean? I'm an emotional guy, but like for him to, I'd never met him, but he like was like, bro, like I respect your game, and they gave me 17 straight off his back, and he ended up wearing 83, which I wore in Miami, which was crazy. I was like, I should play the lotto. Like I was like, I gotta play the lottery, but I didn't do it. But no, like that first practice with Dice, Richie, Louie, Gilly, like all of these guys, Nige, like they were here in 19 when I first got here.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty much full circle. And like those are guys like I really like every morning they're in the training room with me. They know like I bring in the energy in there. Like don't come in the training room at 6:30 and not want me to speak to you because I'm gonna make sure. Good morning.
I just can't have a little bit of space.
Good morning.
I
Like it's good morning.
He'd be grumpy.
No. I just make sure I make everybody look. Good morning. We're blessed to wake up this
You're at
morning.
work, so, let's
enjoy it,
say
man.
you
There's
wake up.
guys at home because I got sent home in 19.
Yeah.
I was home watching games, waking up, going to treatment. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dang, I can't wait to get back on the field. So like, every time I walk in there, I'm grateful. That's why I love Coach Stoops now. He always says it. Make sure you're grateful.
Okay, who's the grumpiest in the morning that you love to bother?
Really, people ain't really grumpy. Cause those are the ones that got the headphones on. They like, I already know I'm not gonna approach you if you got the headphones on. But if you ain't got no headphones on, I'm gonna mess with you. Like Will Arndt, his rookie year, well, no, my rookie year, he was there. He was actually playing every morning. Chill, Will. I don't care where he is. I'm chill, Will. He's like, what up, fool? Like every morning. So like that's our thing still. Like when I got here, I was like, wow, like it's crazy that he's coaching now and I play with him. And I'm like, I ain't even that old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But yeah, like people aren't really grumpy. There's some people that
They're just slow moving.
Yeah, you know, they need their coffee.
Yes.
They need their coffee and then they're
all those
good.
people.
You know, like me, I'm just up. I'm ready to go.
I'm going to try and wrap this up shortly. What's it like to be a CFL All-Star, to be a major award winner where you may not have thought of playing professional football at one point in your life?
Man, I think, because I didn't know. Like I told Hoff, I didn't want to know, like anything, because it would crush me. If like I had to know that I didn't win the award, I would have been crushed. You know what I mean? But like, just to be recognized, where I remember being told, you're too small, you'll never play, all that kind of stuff, and then like going to my mom and crying, you know, like, Mom, why they not giving me an opportunity to play? And then to having to call her or her watching the CFL awards. You know what I mean? Like that kind of moment is like, wow, like it's not even for me, it's for everybody back home that's pushed me to get to this point here. Like my college coaches, my high school, middle school coaches, I still talk to them to this day.
Takes a village.
You know what I mean? Like they really push me. And they always always said, you have a bigger future. You have a bigger future. They always told me that. And even when I didn't believe in myself, they had my back. They were like, man, get out of the slump. You're good. This is just a bump in the road. You know what I mean? Like, what Rod said it best. He was like, tough times don't last, tough people do. So like, that's real. You know what I mean? Like, got sent home 19, thinking I would never come back. I was like, well, I got this passport for nothing. For 2 weeks. Got my 2 weeks in and now I'm gone. So to be able to like just still be playing to this day and like going home and like the little kids are like, man, I watched your game. And like seeing guys now have an interest in the CFL. That's what I love. Like it's like networking for the CFL. I love it. Like going back home, I'm like, I'll see guys and they'll be like, when I'm training or whatever, I'm waggling. And they're like, bro, let me try that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, got one. You know what I mean? He's interested. Yeah, he's interested. So yeah.
Are there Redblacks jerseys in your hometown?
Oh yeah, man, they got all the flavors. The red one, the white one, the black one, like my whole family, they got everything. And then like, you know, I had to send some home. It's crazy. They at first it was Ottawa, like they were trying to like pronounce it Ottawa, like, yeah, the Ottawa Redblacks, you doing your thing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy journey for real, but I'm blessed.
You said when you came back, they gave me a chance out of college. No one else gave me a chance. And at one point you called Ottawa home. So will Ottawa be somewhat of your home in your future?
Oh yeah, I'm a loyal guy. And as y'all know, like I signed back before the season ended last year. So like I just want to like give it all I got now, and that's it. Like my the college coach now at William & Mary, Mike London, he says grind now, shine later. That's his go-to thing. And I'm like, man, okay, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do everything, do all the dirty work right now, and then hopefully in the future, like Ottawa gives me another chance. You know what I'm saying? See how things work out. I just want to take it day by day, brick by brick, build on each day. That's it.
Well, enjoy your bath because it's probably bath.
Well, I appreciate y'all for having me, for real.
Thanks, DeVonte.
Pleasure. I'm not the outro guy.